Hello there, it's Crazy Busy Mama. Thank you so much for tuning in to my Amazon Live. I really appreciate it. If you're tuning in for the very first time, make sure you do click follow so that way Amazon will notify you when I do go live. I am going live with some of my very favorite, not just personal favorites, but top selling favorites from my Amazon store. And I know that if you incorporate these into your kitchen, you will also have less stress. And I was playing with some of these products on that and really find some favorites too. So I'm hoping that I can answer some of your questions. So as you tune in, let me know that you are on. Let me know where you're tuning in from so I can say hey. And also let me know if you have any questions. I'll be going through periodically and answering those questions that you might have. And at the end of the live, I will definitely be answering all of those questions. So if you're tuning in for the very first time, again, please hit that subscribe or hit that subscribe for Crazy Busy Mama. Hey Laura, how are you? Good to see you on here, friend. And go ahead and make sure that you are following so Amazon will notify you when I go live. Okay, so my first thing that I'm gonna chat about today is this, it's called a Tramontina, I think is a 5.5 quart covered aluminum jumbo cooker metallic. It comes in metallic gray, it comes in red. I had gotten the blue and it was available. I use this thing all the time. So you know me, I love to give quick recipes and fun ways to kind of reclaim that dinner time table with your family. This right here makes all the difference. This little cooker is everything for a skillet meal. And so if you want to get a quick skillet meal on the table, this is the way to do it. I love that it has this lid. It is massive. I say massive. It definitely will make any skillet meal. If you have a pasta skillet meal, this is really good for that. It's a 5.5 quart and it's a jumbo cooker. A couple of things on it. It is a non-stick material. It is porcelain coating, so that's something that's really important. And what's awesome is not only is it great room to do skillet meals, you can fry in this thing too. So if you need to fry up some potatoes or fry up some fish or fry up some chicken, this is absolutely the cooker that will do it for you. I love how versatile this thing is and how affordable it is. I literally have one upstairs in my kitchen. We have a half kitchen downstairs and we have one down there too. This is perfect for popcorn as well. So think about all those quick skillet meals that you can make in this and how versatile it is. This is definitely one of my very favorite pans, skillets. I can use it for rice meals. I can use it for pastas. I can use it for all of the things. I will say it's reinforced with non-stick interior coating. It's made without the PFOA, lead, or anything that might be harmful. It is heat and shatter resistant, and I love that it has this. You can put that lid right on top. So if you're putting your skillet meal together and you're putting some last minute pasta in there, you can simmer that pasta and a steam will cook it in there. So if you don't have something like this in your kitchen, friends, this right here is an absolute must. And I'm gonna go, I wish my arms were a little bit longer here. I'm gonna go ahead and highlight that product that I'm talking about. Sorry, I didn't do that at the very beginning. But 100%, this is my go-to. I use this outside of my slow cooker on a weekly basis. This is one of the very top skillets that I use for all of my meals. Great for putting breakfast scrambles together with meats and cheeses and eggs and all the things. I never have to worry about, since this is a 5.5 quart size, I never have to worry about it spilling out. I made this amazing low carb dish the other night, egg roll in a bowl. Let me know if you've had that before. It is so good, but I am the mama that puts extra fiber in, extra cabbage in, and try to sneak in all those vegetables where I can. And what's great is with cabbage, as you cook it, it kind of wilts it down, but a lot of times it's falling out of my skillet. And so the great thing about this is the depth of the skillet. I love that it's covered, and I'm loving this piece. So this right here, I would say, is a hands down must for your kitchen if you're cooking. And you know, Dolores, I've never cooked with it in my oven. Let's see. Yeah, okay, it does say oven safe up to 350 degrees. So yes, and that's something I didn't know, and I'm reading the description right here. I've personally never used it in my oven before, but wow, now it's a game changer because I love to make, I can't think of the name of it off the top of my head. That chicken recipe, no peak chicken. There is a amazing pasta chicken dish. I can't think off the top of my head right now what it's called, but I love to do that over the stovetop and then put it in the oven to kind of melt the cheeses. So now I know that this is safe. I don't always have to use my cast iron, which is so nice. And it says, yes, it is compatible with gas, electric, ceramic, glass cooktops, and it's oven safe up to 350 degrees. So that's a great question. Thank you so much for asking that. You educated me today. Hello, Amazon customer. Hey, Carrie, how are you? Hey, Michelle. Hey, how are you, Gabrielle? Thank you for coming on from hello from Idaho. Thank you for tuning in. Let me know when you come on. I would love to say hi to you and let you know of all the fun things that are coming up. Okay, so the next thing that I'm going to showcase right here is this Farberware meat masher. I call it a meat masher. You guys, I have like 3 of these in my kitchen. This one right here is such a fun color. I'm loving this, and the lighting here. I'm gonna try and correct my lighting situation. It's a little dreary out, so I'm trying to use a ring light, and I feel like that was a little too, okay, I think that might be a little bit better. So this right here is the meat masher. It is a Farberware. It is I use this for a lot of different things, and I'm gonna share with you what I use it for, but I love that it is heat resistant. Now, if you do have a gas, a gas stovetop like I do, then you want to make sure that you don't get it on the fire part, right? That's obvious. But I'm loving this right here because in this big massive skillet, like I made my egg roll in a bowl the other night, I'm breaking up the sausage, and this is not going to scratch up the ceramic. It's not going to scratch up my skillets. It does an amazing job if you've got burger that might be like a little bit frozen and you're trying to mash it up. This is a really great way. I love this too for scrambled eggs. I literally use this for so many things, friends. If you don't have one, this is a really a great kitchen must, and it's always hands down a top seller in my Crazy Busy Mama store and overall for kitchen gadgets on Amazon each and every month. And so if you don't have one of these, it's a total game changer for scrambled eggs, for grinding up pork, for grinding up burger, for really any type of meats. I also use this so much in my slow cooker. And so last night we had undone chicken tacos. And when the chicken was cooked in the slow cooker, I mashed it up with this. So instead of taking out and shredding it or trying to bring a fork and do it, I just take this and I mash it all up, and it shreds so easily. It's hands down an absolute must. My mom just a few years ago had never heard of this. She'd always just kind of broke up hamburger meat with her fork. And I'm like, Mom, what are you doing? Like, this is a game changer. And she tried it for the first time and is in love. So this is something that we'll always have in my kitchen, and multiple ones in my kitchen. I think I have 3 of these. I have it in this fun turquoise aqua color, and I have 2 in black. So I love this, and I want to say that I probably use it with every meal. It is that much of a favorite of mine. Oh, good. You got yours yesterday. Yes. Okay. Yes, Philip, I do. You will definitely need to consider this because it's definitely an absolute game changer if you're doing a lot of that and you're doing a lot of skillet meals and crock pot meals too. Like I said, if you got stuff in your slow cooker or even your pressure cooker, and you need to get that shredded up really quick instead of getting your hand mixer out, because that's a fun hack for chicken, is to take that hand mixer and shred up that chicken. You don't have to do that. You just sit there and do it with this one, and it shreds super easy. Okay, so the next thing I'm going to talk about is magnetic measuring cups and spoons. And you think, okay, well, whatever. But I'm telling you, these are a game changer, and I'm going to see if I can find them. These are all listed in my Crazy Busy Mama kitchen must-haves, and we'll give the full-on description on it, and I just highlighted the items that I'm talking about now. But these are stainless steel. They're very heavy-duty, high quality, and they have been an absolute favorite of mine. So I've gone through many measuring spoons and cups, and I will say when I invested in these, because they're a little bit of an investment, I threw out all my other ones because these are great for storage, and I'm going to show you here in just a moment of why I love kind of the details of them and what really perks that they have. I love to give you pros and cons. I'm going to tell you that I don't know that there's a con to these measuring cups. I absolutely love that they're stainless steel, so you're not gonna have to worry about them rusting. I love that they have the rubber grip on them, and you can see like the thumbprint, so you're not like accidentally slipping. It like grips as you're holding either that liquid or that dry substance. I love that they go from an eighth of a cup all the way up to a cup. And they give you the milliliters on there too. I also love, let me see if I can do it back here so you can see it a little bit better, that they are color coordinated. So you know that each color corresponds to the different serving size and a measurement. And I love that they are, I said this before, but stainless steel, the quality is amazing, and they're magnetic, friends. Look at this. So they stack within each other, and you don't have to worry about like all of them coming out. Now, of course, the weight of that, but literally they stack in here, and they are magnetic, so they're not falling out in your drawer. They're very easily storage. If you don't have a whole lot of storage in your kitchen, like most people don't, I have limited drawer space. These all stack within each other and literally take just a little bit of space in your drawer. I love these. The rubber gripping keeps it cool. If you've got something hot that you're measuring out, that keeps that cool. Just really, really great quality. Now, the measuring spoons do come with this because it's a set. Again, I'm loving that they're color coordinated. They go from a tablespoon to a 1/16 of a teaspoon. And what's awesome about these is they have both the long neck and then the normal kind of measuring style of spoon. So have you ever gotten like cornstarch as an example, or a baking soda as an example, and you can't fit the larger end of the spoon in the container? What I love about this is you have the smaller long neck spoon size. So you can do either or. And I'm loving, again, that these are stainless steel, very heavy duty, great quality, color coded, which is nice. And then they stack up on each other, so they're magnetic. So again, very easy to store. They come in as a set. It's a little bit of an investment. When I saw that, I was like, yeah, I'll just stick with what I have. But I promise you, friends, you will get rid of everything else that you've ever had, and you will be obsessed with these. So these are really, really nice, and they're really durable. They're gonna last a long time. The quality is just really, really good. But the magnetic side of that is probably one of my very favorite parts and designs of these spoons and these cups. So if you have questions on those, holler, let me know. Do you have a set at home that you love and use? Let me know that too. Okay, so the next thing, and I'm gonna be right back because I'm gonna get it out of the dishwasher. That's the great thing about this set too, is it can go right into the dishwasher. And I'm gonna do a little bit of a demonstration and kind of show you what that looks like. So just give me 1 second, I'll come right back. Okay, friends, that was a little loud. I dropped it as I was getting it out of the dishwasher. What's great about this, it is dishwasher friendly. I'm a crazy busy mom of 4. Last thing that I want to do is wash a bunch of dishes. And what I love about this little cheese shredder is it's not just for cheese. You can do it with vegetables too. So if you've got carrots, you've got the different graters that come with it. You've got, for the larger shred, you can do carrots with this. So when I'm making homemade soups and I don't feel like cutting up the carrots in slices and I want to shred them, I can definitely do it with that. Or I can use the fine shredder for cheese or for fresh Parmesan cheese for your pasta meals or your dishes. I'm loving that. And then this right here is awesome because you can do cucumbers, and you can see these are loved and used a lot, so you can see some watermarks there. But I love that you can do your slices of cucumber this way. I have yet to try it but I want to be able to make my own sushi, like vegetable sushi. And I think this would be awesome to do that because it would definitely cut it in a spiral slice to be able to roll that. And I love how simple this is. So I'm going to give you a little bit of a demonstration on how this works. So the most questions that I get when I use this, and people ask me, well, what's the benefit of, there's so many benefits to not buying your cheese pre-shredded versus shredding your own. It's very more cost efficient. It's a lot cheaper to do that. but it's a lot better for you too. So one thing about this awesome shredder, this rotary cheese shredder they call it, with a mandolin slicer, has a strong suction base. So as you can see, I've got a flat top surface here, and it suctions right to the table. So I don't have to worry about like it moving around because it sticks and it stays. And so when I'm putting this together, I would suction down to the surface that I'm gonna do the grating on so it's not moving around. I suction it down like that, and then I take this part and put it on like this. And what I love about this is it's really easy to get off by this little button here. And so what I love, and you've seen just a moment ago, is that you are able to put it in the dishwasher so you don't have to worry about that. I love that you can use whichever slicer that you want. I'm gonna put this one here just for demonstration purposes. You put the little hand wheel on there, it clips right on. And then you'll also get, there we go. And then it comes off by pushing this, it slides right off, but otherwise it locks in like that. You will cut your sliced, your block of cheese, you'll cut a section of that off, and then you'll push it down with this and then shred it like this. And I love it, it's like being at those restaurants, those fancy restaurants where they give you that freshly grated Parmesan cheese out of their grater. This is it. So I love that it locks into place, so you're not having to worry about it going around. I love that all of these parts on here are dishwasher friendly, which is an added plus for any crazy busy mamas or daddies out there. And that you can cut that cheese into block sections and push it down and it shreds right out. So if I were to demonstrate this, you could do it with cheese, you could do it with carrots, you could do it really with potatoes and make hash browns if you wanted to, really anything. And I love this little mandolin slicer too, because it reminds me of, hey Lori, you need to try that fun veggie sushi, would be awesome. So this right here is 100% hands down every month a top seller in my Crazy Busy Mama Amazon store. It's also a top seller all around, one of the best sellers on Amazon. Once you have shredded your own cheese, friends, you'll never go back to the bag shredded again because it just melts so much better and it's just literally tastes better. My 12-year-old said, Mom, I love this cheese. What's different about it? I'm like, well, we're shredding it ourselves. She's like, I didn't know that it tastes different. It totally tastes different because you don't need all that powder and everything in there for it not to stick. You're literally using the freshest of cheese every time you shred. So if you don't have this in your kitchen, it's a hands down must. Honestly, I use this mostly for cheese, but you could definitely shred up your veggies in there too. So that's an option to be able to do both of those. Again, mostly I use this for cheese, and I love, again, that it's got the clamp suction, so you're not like moving around while you're trying to shred that cheese. Okay, next thing's up, and I'm gonna grab this real quick because I don't see it sitting here. I know you're probably not thinking of pineapples, friends. We just got a pineapple the other day, and I remembered why so much. I love this pineapple core in the summertime. I love pineapple. Like, the idea of pineapple reminds me of the island life. It reminds me of fancy drinks. In fact, let me grab it for you. As you're tuning on, let me know that you're on, please. Let me know where you're tuning in from. I'd love to be able to say hi. I would love to be able to just answer any questions that you might have. I'll try and kind of answer them periodically, kind of going back and forth. But if I see one that I miss at the end of the live stream, I'll go back through and I'll answer those questions. So this little pineapple core is awesome because it gives you fresh pineapple without the hassle of cutting the pineapple. Like, that's one thing, sometimes in the summertime especially, I get all this fresh produce and the last thing I want to do is cut it up. And I'm so loving this. I found this over the summer. I'm so loving this because you literally just take a pineapple and you cut the crown off, you set it back up on the top, and you literally do this, and it cores out the entire pineapple for you. And as you reach the bottom of the pineapple, you literally take this black handle off like this, you pull it out, and it gives you those perfect ring slices of the fresh pineapple that you didn't have to cut around the core for. You didn't have to manipulate the entire pineapple to get the freshest slices for yourself. So I love that it's very convenient. It's not real bulky. It's easily to store. This right here is used, I would say, multiple times a week during the summer. And we did the most fun thing. As you can kind of see, I highlighted the product that I'm talking about, the pineapple core, is the little pineapple drink. We did that. So once we cored out our pineapples, we had like 4 of them. We cored them all out. We set them all out. Looks all cute and pretty and tasty, by the way. And we made some fun pina coladas. And some of them were mocktails, some of them are cocktails, but had some kids, so some of those were mocktails too. And we made the funnest and yummiest pineapple pina coladas, and they were in the actual pineapple. And so once you core out your pineapple, you have the core left, you just cut that right out. It comes out really easy. Then you have your slices that you can enjoy, and then you have the most fun pineapple drink cup that you can pour your favorite beverage into and enjoy too. So I'm loving this. And you don't think about in January when you're literally in the cold of the winter about pineapple, but I'm telling you friends, this is a really good one. Okay, so this next one, we're talking about fresh fruit. Let's talk about fresh veggies, okay? Probably don't get enough fresh veggies in our life. All of us probably agree on that. And one thing I love about this is it's allowed me to be able to cook fresh veggies very quickly and without even thinking twice about like what I'm gonna have for a side. So, you know, I concentrate, like I think most moms or dads, putting meals together, what you're gonna have for the main course, and we often forget about the sides that go with it. And so we're always trying to do something in our family to add more vegetables into our dishes. And what I love about this is it's not only affordable, but it's BPA free, plastic, and it's microwave friendly and dishwasher friendly. So what's awesome about this is I could get my fresh produce, or I can use frozen as well. So like, let's just say I have a head of broccoli and I'm gonna cut out and eat the florets, okay? So what I'm gonna do is just add about 1/4 of a cup of water, just enough water to kind of steam it. Put this little tray on with the holes. Gonna set my broccoli on top, season it how I wish. A lot of times I'll use like lemon pepper or garlic salt or you know, something like that. And then you just set this on top. Now it doesn't lock on there, so just be mindful of that. It just sits on there like this. You'd put this in the microwave. Again, it's BPA free, so it's microwave friendly. And you can open this little lever right here to how much steam you want out. And so I usually when I make like broccoli, I usually leave it about halfway like that. And then the water heats up and then steams the broccoli for you. And in 3 minutes, you have the most delicious, easiest side dish with your main meal. And it's really stinking easy to clean. You take your vegetables off, put them on a platter, or leave them, serve them on here, and just dump the rest of the water out. This thing right here, it does go in your dishwasher, which is what I love, because as a crazy busy mom, the last thing I want to do is be washing a bunch of dishes. Like, you know, getting food on the table is enough. We don't want to have all these extra things to do after the meal. But rarely do I have to, because it's literally just a rinse out. There's not a whole lot of mess that's really made in this steamer. I have not cooked fish in this, but I have heard reviews on people cooking fish in this and it working out very well too. But I do the broccoli mostly, vegetables like cauliflower, zucchini, squash. I've done carrots as well, green beans. So really any vegetable that you can think of that you want to cook or that you cook over the stovetop, you literally could throw in here and steam it. And you can walk away from it so you don't have to feel like it's gonna burn or overcook or anything like that. It's really, truly a great find and one of my top kitchen must-haves, because I do use this throughout the week. Not every night, not every night of the week, but as I'm having extra sides, this is definitely a must go to grab for sure. Okay, so the next product that I have on here is just the individualized magnetic measuring spoon. So, you know, if you want to just do the spoons, then that's an option for you too. And I went through kind of describe why they are my favorite, and really quickly here I'll say again, I love that they have the different mouths on them. So you have the long mouth and the normal spoon part of the tablespoons, measuring spoons, I'm sorry. And I love that they're color coded. They're easy access to be able to get into smaller containers when needed, or the traditional wide mouth spoon, which is great too. Okay, any ramen lovers out there? Okay, I know ramen's not the best for you, so don't be coming on me and hating on me for it. But I have teenagers that love ramen, and if you have a teenager that's going off to college, this is an absolute must-have for that teen in your life, trust me. So what's awesome is, let me go back here. This is a microwavable container. So I love that you literally, it's like dump proof. So when you're off college and you don't know how to cook, because we've all been there, right? It literally allows you to be able to just fill to the fill line. There's a line there that shows you with water. You put your brick in. You literally take this, you put it in the microwave without the lid on. You don't want to put the lid on. And you put it in the microwave for about 3 minutes and your ramen is completely done. You can use other types of pasta in here too, but I got something here I'm going to show you in a second. What I love about this pasta cooker, this ramen cooker, is that you can put the lid right back on like this and take it to the sink, because it's not going to be hot when you lift it up with this. So as it comes out of the microwave, you put the lid on, it keeps it easy to manage and handle. You're gonna be able to take that right over to the sink and strain it out. So all that liquid, depending on how much you wanna keep in there or not keep in there, you can strain it right over here into your sink from the container. I love this thing. It is an absolute must-have if you have teenagers in your life that love ramen. If you have a college student or one that's going off to college like I do, I'm gonna set him up with all sorts of fun kitchen things that are gonna be an absolute no-brainer for him to be able to make a meal or even to make ramen, okay? So I'm loving this. It's definitely a must-have. Okay, so next up is the microwave Fasta pasta. Y'all, I love this one too. Okay, so we were talking about pasta and ramen. That's specifically designed for ramen. But what I love about this little pasta dish, or this little microwavable pasta dish, is this. Again, it makes it a no-brainer. You can see on here, again, it's used a lot. So it is microwavable safe, obviously. It's BPA free. It's top racket proof for your dishwasher. So these are all good things, right? Very rarely does it need to go through the dishwasher, if I'm being honest, because I'm just making and boiling noodles in it. But this is also great for those moms that have little ones and they're running around or trying to do laundry and they don't want something on their stovetop. They can throw it in the microwave knowing that their kids will be safe and nothing's right on the stove to kind of pull off. So what I love about this is it's a no-brainer. You fill it to the fill line and it gives you the fill lines there, depending on how much pasta you put in. So if you put 3 cups of pasta in, then you want to put to the third line. It's pretty simple how they have that lined out. You put your pasta in, and at the very top, you can see serving sizes that you can put in for the spaghetti. So it's easy to kind of measure out that spaghetti, but it's not just for spaghetti. You could use it for penne pasta, bow tie pasta, the twist pasta, the macaroni noodles. My daughter's 12. She makes her own homemade, she calls it homemade macaroni and cheese, and uses this. We have a gas stove top. So, you know, it's a fear of mine for my kids, especially now that they're getting older, it's better. But when they were little, I didn't want them cooking over like a flame. I didn't want them cooking over a gas fire top because of the potential of leaving the gas on. There's a lot of safety features, safety issues potentially with that, and I love that she could take this, fill it up with water, and put it in the microwave. You take it the lid off, the desired amount of pasta with the level of water in there. You put it in the microwave. You let it do its thing, and it comes with guidelines on how long for each pasta. You know, for 6 minutes for spaghetti, and then it's done. You don't have to worry about someone forgetting to turn the stove off, forgetting that something is boiling over on the stove. No boiling over of the water anymore while you're running and trying to do laundry and change a diaper and do all the things. This thing is so safe, and when it's done, obviously your microwave tells you put the lid on like this so it makes it safe to carry. And then you can strain it right over with this lid on. It has a strainer on it. Do you see this? The slats here. It strains the liquid out so that way you can strain it without having to dirty another dish. It's a 2-in-1. It literally, this is an all-in-one, to be honest, Fasta pasta maker. And so something that if you have a college student in your life, they definitely need this. A young married, they definitely need this. Someone with young kids, you definitely need this. Someone that doesn't want to watch over the stovetop in case it boils over and they're trying to do all the things at once, they definitely need this in their life. It's a hands down must for everyone, if I'm being honest. I love it. Okay, let me go back and just see if there's questions. Yeah, so I used to think that way too, Philip, but these BPA are totally safe with that. King Edward, I love it. Okay, so let me go to the next product that I was going to showcase is the Farberware non-slip cutting boards. Now I have one of them over there because I got meals. We're having tonight beef and broccoli in the slow cooker. So I've already got that going, and I had already cut up all my veggies on top of that, or my meat on top of that. So it's actually over there in the dishwasher, and that one's dirty. But this comes with a 3 set, which is awesome. It's non-slip, it's plastic cutting. So for those of you that maybe have wooden or bamboo boards at home, it's really better to use something like this, like plastic that is not as porous, to be able to cut meat on, so you're not transferring any bacteria. I love that these have the non-grip, so you can cut and it's not sliding away from you. It's got that grip on it, easy to grab. It's not gonna slip from your hands when they're wet or they're dirty. I'm loving that these are also a variety of different sizes. So the one that I don't have is a larger one, and it's a 3-piece set. For that price is a really good price. And they've got great reviews because simply we all need cutting boards in our lives, and these cutting boards are really they're pretty easy to store because they're not big and bulky. I love that too. And they do come to where they sit flush together and can be stored like this. I store all of my cutting boards like this on the side of my stove, and these are really easy to store. Love that they're non-porous. It's just a great practical thing that you need in your kitchen. And I don't know about you, but I'm always about every year or so needing to look at like replacing some of my cutting boards because I use them so much. But I'm loving these. These are such a great find. Okay, speaking of cutting boards, I'm gonna go to the next one, and this is also the same Farberware, same company, and this also comes in a 3 set. And there's several things that I love about these boards. First, I'm a sucker for bamboo and for wooden cutting boards. I just love them. I love the look of them. I do a lot of charcuterie sets on them, so they just look better than the plastic to me. They're not as practical when it comes to cutting meat and transferring bacteria, so I want to say that. But because they are porous, they are bamboo. But I love that it comes in a set of 3. I don't have the largest one out because again, I'm just over there and had cut up some meat on it for my beef and broccoli. But what I love about these is they have the little inlet there so you can grab them pretty easily. I don't know about you, but like when I'm cutting on boards, if they don't have this part right here to be able to grab it, like I'm struggling trying to figure out how to pick it up. And this just makes all the difference, this little cutout here. And I love that they have the little divot there, if you can see that. Can you see that? So yeah, there you go. The little divot there, so that way if you're cutting up something that has a little bit of liquid in it, it's not gonna run over. It catches all that so it doesn't make a mess and spill out over your cutting board. Again, I love the feature that it has to easily pick up. I'm a bamboo wood cutting board fan because I can do all sorts of fun things with them. It looks good for presentation, very practical at the same time. But again, if you're looking to cut chicken, things like that, probably the plastic's a little bit better option for you. But these right here, you would want to hand wash. You don't want to throw these in your dishwasher. That's the beautiful thing about the plastic cutting boards. You can definitely do that, but the bamboo or the wood, you don't want to do that with. And I'm loving the 3 different sizes. I love that it has a little area for you to be able to grab, so it makes it easy to grab. And I love too that, again, I use these a lot for charcuterie boards, and I'm loving that I can build my board over by my sink, right, where all the mess is gonna be, and then I can pick it up and transfer it. And I love that these are matching, and they have 3 sets, so you can do kind of a 3 different boards for that charcuterie and have a spread maybe for the big game day that's coming up. But this is one of my very favorites for sure because of that extra little feature of just being able to grab it fairly easily. Okay, so the next product that I'm going to talk about, I'm going to come around here and push that real quick, is this Immersion hand blender. This is so good, and I've got kind of the pieces sitting out here. This is so good, and I'm going to plug it in. I'm going to demonstrate something for you on it. As you hop on, let me know that you're on. Let me know where you're tuning in from, please. And if you have not already followed me on Amazon Live, make sure you do that. Crazy Busy Mama. I come live a couple of times a week with kitchen gadgets, top selling Amazon finds, and fashion as well. I have a couple of try-on hauls that I've done this past week, so go check those out as well. Those are some fun things that I love to share that works for me, and it's something that's effective for me. I want to be able to get the word out and share. Okay, so I'm loving this Immersion blender, and I probably haven't used it in all the ways that it has use for. What I use it most for is just like pureeing or chopping up, okay? So it gives you an option to have on this, and I'm gonna read right here, it's a 4-in-1, so I don't say it wrong here. It is a 4-in-1 electric handheld blender. It does have a stainless steel blade. Okay, so these blades are stainless steel. This is awesome for soups. And so if I have a big pot of stew that I want to, or a vegetable beef stew that I have that I want to be able to puree some of the tomatoes that I'm putting in there instead of using a can of tomato sauce, then I literally can just put this on here like this and turn it on, just like this. Just like that. So it gets 2 different speeds, as a low speed and a high speed. This is great for making smoothies. This is great for milkshakes. So in the summertime, I got ice cream, and we don't want to go out and spend money for shakes. We add a little bit of heavy whipping cream or some milk to that and puree some, like strawberry milkshakes are awesome in the summertime. Just put some frozen strawberries in there and we just blend it up and create a hand-spun milkshake at home. So I'm loving this Immersion side of it. I love that you can use these attachments for all these different things and use it as a chopper. So if you're wanting to crush up cookies or nuts, be able to do that very easily with this. This is also awesome because it has, if you can tell, again, well loved because we use it quite a bit. It gives you all the measurements. So if you want to do like a smoothie, or you're making maybe pureed baby food. If you got babies, or you have a son that maybe got his wisdom teeth taken out and you're creating homemade applesauce, you can definitely do that in here by using these different functions. And I love these little adapters that you can use for food processing and stirring and frothing and all the things. And it's not cumbersome, so you're not having to get out like a big blender. And it's very, very simple to store. Again, it all comes apart. It's a 4-in-1. It all comes apart fairly easily and stores fairly easily. So there's quite a few pieces to this, but very much of them all very functional pieces that you will use. I use, again, the Immersion side of it with the steel blades and the chopper mostly, with this being the very third. And you can put this little, if you have dips that you're putting together, you want to get out your big KitchenAid mixer, you can use this and put this in as the attachment and whip up some heavy whipping cream and get your whipped cream literally within minutes just from this little Immersion blender. Definitely come in handy. I just did a fun little 2-ingredient dessert where I used mandarin oranges, and I took the mandarin oranges, so took this attachment here and put it on. I used a can of mandarin oranges. I put the can of mandarin oranges in here and I blended it all up to where it was a puree, and I was able to use that for that fun carrot cake is what I call it. So this is one of my favorites. Again, a top selling item in my Amazon store and a top selling item for Amazon in general. It is definitely a must have for your kitchen and super easy to store. This is how I store it right here and all of the attachments that go with it. All right, so next up is our, okay, if you're a Ray Dunn lover like me, you're definitely gonna need this knife set. Not only is it cute, it's very functional. And I love that all of these knives, look at this. It's so funny because my kid's like, why do you like Ray Dunn so much? I'm like, it's inspirational. He's like, Mom, it says cut. I was like, I don't know, it's just inspirational. Words are inspirational to me. Okay, so I love that there's different styles of knives here. Well, let me kind of go to this product and see what they have to say specifically about it. I'm all about the look of things, let's just be honest, and the functionality of them, because I am a crazy busy mom of 4, and so if it's functional and it's cute, I'm probably gonna grab it and use it very most that way. What's awesome about these knives is there's a 5-piece set. So you got a chopping knife, a scraping knife, a bread knife, a paring knife. All these are awesome, but they have little covers for their blade. And all of them say something different. So that one says slice. You can see the ray done there. They are sharp, obviously, and you want to make sure that you're using the guard like this, so that way you're keeping them away from little hands. So I can safely store these in my drawer, and I don't have to store them high because they do have those covers. And look at that. See? Yep. And so the shield or the cover goes right back on top there. And this one says cut. So let's look at all of them. This one says chop, so you're chopping veggies. You're cutting up meat there. This one says slice. I love that. And this one says dice, so you're dicing up those onions. And then a slice, so a paring slice, maybe cutting up an apple. But I love these, they're so cute, they're so functional, and they're very safe in the sense that they do have those guards, and you don't have to worry about accidentally, grabbing a knife in your drawer. If you're not storing them up high with the rest of your knives, these give you an option to be able to stay safe and use cute and fun and functional knives in your kitchen. So I'm loving these. Okay, let's go to the next option here. The next thing that I want to talk about with you. And again, if you're just tuning in for the very first time, let me know that you're on. Let me know where you're tuning in from. Let me know what your favorite gadget in your kitchen is. I would love to hear that. And I would love to know, again, where you're tuning in from. And make sure you click follow on my Amazon store, so Amazon will notify you when I do go live and let you know of all the fun things. I share kitchen gadgets. I share things that help me on a crazy busy life. I share fashion tips and try on hauls. So if you want to check out the rest of my lives, you absolutely can do so. I go live at least 2 to potentially 3 times a week. Okay, so this right here is a bacon tray. And I know you're like, bacon in the microwave? Yes, friends. Okay, so it's the splatter-free way of cooking bacon. So what's awesome about this bacon tray, it's a healthier version too, because you can see the light is a little bit strong there. Okay, it's got the grooves, so the bacon drippings drop down into the tray. So it leaves here, it leaves most of the bacon grease down here, so you're not eating that bacon grease. So it cooks outside of the bacon grease. And I love that, we're a family of 6, so I love that I can line this tray up with bacon slices. And here's a hack for you. If you take a paper towel and put that paper towel on top, you can line another one. So you maybe put 6 pieces down here for like it shows on the demonstration, but I literally can fit 6 pieces. I can put a paper towel down, put 6 pieces on top, and then do a second layer. I've never tried it over 2 layers. I think that probably wouldn't be as successful, but this one right here is awesome because it takes the grease away from the cooking and leaves your bacon crisp. You can cook it to where it's crispier or cook it to where it's less crispy, depending on your what you prefer there, but it does cook it out of the grease, which I love. This is a good staple. Again, I've got teenagers, so instead of cooking a pound of bacon over the stovetop and making a mess, because we all know that makes a mess, they can do this, just a couple of strips, and then they're done. Or if you're wanting to make it for a whole family, you can absolutely do that too while you're getting your other stuff together for breakfast or for dinner, because we do breakfast a lot for dinner, and do the layering method like I just explained there. Pop it in the microwave, and before you know it, you'll have crispy bacon or bacon to your liking literally within minutes. Okay, so let me look at the next product here. Let me go back. I think actually I covered most. Okay. Yep, no, I love bacon grease too, Philip, but I don't like bacon grease in everything. So I use bacon grease for cooking. Bacon grease for popcorn is a really good one, but I don't want greasy bacon. I want that grease dripping off, so I don't eat the grease along with the bacon. The bacon is greasy enough. Okay, let me go back through just a few items here. Let me know if you have questions in the comments, and I'll try and kind of go through those and look. Mel, thank you so much for following me. Again, if you're tuning in for the very first time ever, make sure you click follow or tune in again. and you're like, hey, I've seen this girl before. I'm Crazy Busy Mama. Nice to meet you on here. Lori Conway is my name. If you click follow here, Amazon will update you every time I go live. I talk about fun kitchen gadgets, things that help me in my crazy busy life, fashion, try on hauls. Literally, you're gonna get everything on this Amazon Live. So today we're talking about kitchen gadgets and how they have been life-changing for me. This right here, the skillet, is awesome. So what I love about this is the size, 5.5 quart. I love that I can put 2 bags of cabbage in my egg roll in a bowl skillet and not have to worry about it dumping out. It's large. I can use these skillets for pasta skillet meals and have the lid on to simmer the noodles till they're completely done. I can make it for my family of 6, a large meal, and not have to worry about not having enough space. I'm loving the size of this skillet. I can't say enough great things about it. Okay, next things up. Again, I'm going to kind of go through these kind of quickly, and if you have questions, holler at me and let me know. I'll try and go back through and answer those questions here at the end. This meat masher is everything, friends. If you don't have one of these, I can't say enough good things about it. I love the Farberware brand. I love the colors that they offer. This color I'm obsessed with. I don't know if it looks cute. I'm gonna cook more and I'm gonna be happier about it. Crazy, but it's true. And I'm loving this. It's so practical for skillet meals, for eggs, for slow cooker meals when you're shredding up that chicken or that beef. It's really easy to do it with this without having to get that electric mixer out. Okay, so the next thing is my magnetic measuring spoons and cups. I went through these. These were awesome. But the best thing about these is I did make the investment and got both. And when I looked at it, I thought, oh, that's an investment. I'm glad I made the investment because they are literally the best spoons and measuring cups I've ever had. They're very high quality, heavy duty. They are magnetic. I love the spoons that they have the option between the long neck and the regular spoon. And I love that they stack within each other and have the grip here so I'm not like accidentally slipping out my fingers. And got the thumb grip there too. The cheese shredder is up next. It's not just for cheese, but this house loves cheese, so we are shredding lots of cheese in that. I have done a few vegetables, but mainly cheese. It does come with the different adapters here for medallion and slicing and grating. You can do this with cheese, you can do it with vegetables too. It does have the suction here for the surface that you are grating that cheese or those vegetables on, so it doesn't move around on you while you're doing that. And it is dishwasher safe, which I love. Okay, I know you think about pineapples and you think summertime, but I'm telling you, wintertime has good pineapples too, depending on when they get their shipments in. And this thing is a charm when it comes to coring out that pineapple and getting the absolute best and most fresh pieces. It's my favorite, and definitely a hands down must for the summer for sure. I talked about this, I think some of you were on, but this is that BPA free for your vegetables. If you're not getting enough vegetables in your life, this is a way to do that literally within minutes. Broccoli, cauliflower, carrots, you could steam it over your stovetop, or you can utilize this, put it in your microwave, and adjust the steam section here to be able to give you those fresh veggies. You can season all your veggies in here, and it is dishwasher safe. If you're looking at just the measuring spoons, this is a great option for you. Same, it's just not the full kit. And you can kind of get an idea of which one you like the very best. Love them. Okay, these pasta cookers, this ramen one and this Fasta pasta are perfect for those teens in your life. If you're a mom with young kids that want to start cooking on their own, this is a good one so they're not cooking over the stovetop. A 12-year-old daughter loves to make her homemade macaroni and cheese, and she does it out of this. These are BPA free. I'm loving them. They make life so much easier and more practical. And I don't have to worry about my gas stovetop staying turned on or kids cooking over a flame. The Farberware cutting boards I talked about extensively just a moment ago, but it's the plastic ones that we all need in our lives and probably need to have replaced on an occasion. I've got one that I used this morning for a slow cooker meal that's dirty right now, but I love that these are gripped and they don't slide around on you as you're trying to cut. They have a non-slip grip. And then the bamboo Farberware cutting boards are awesome. I love the look of wood and bamboo. It's my favorite. I love to do charcuterie boards on these. These are kind of fun for fun little spreads and chips and dips and all that fun stuff. And I love that they have the little lip on there, so it makes it easy to pick up. So I can create my charcuterie. You don't have to just use it for charcuterie, you can use it for cutting too. But that's what I love about wood and bamboo, is that you can literally do both. And it's got the little inlet there that you can grab easily and safely and bring it over to your entertaining area. This immersion blender that's up next, I'm kind of going through them fairly quickly now. The immersion hand blender is awesome. It's not bulky, it's not cumbersome. You can puree food. If you're trying to do baby food, you can puree baby food. You can make smoothies in these. You can chop up things like Ritz crackers for your Ritz chicken, or your cookies for your dips, that kind of thing. We made this amazing strawberry Oreo crumble for our ice cream last year, which was awesome. So I did all that in here. You can puree tomatoes to create your own tomato sauce. This thing, you can make hand spun milkshakes with frozen strawberries, and it literally, it's just these two pieces together and you get the most incredible, yummiest milkshake. These pieces come together as a 4-in-1 that allows you to be able to do a lot of different things. I primarily use a chopper and then this little gadget here. And I just explained about my 2-ingredient dessert and emulsifying the oranges, the Miranda, I can't think what they're called, the little cuties, the oranges in here, to be able to puree them all together and dump in for that dessert. Just is so much easier sometimes to have that than have all the big KitchenAid. Even though I love my KitchenAid, y'all, I love it, but sometimes it's just more convenient to have that be able to pull out if I'm not doing a bunch of baking. So these Raydon fun knives are perfect. What I love about them is that they are labeled, but they are cute. They have the sleeves on them. Just like this, that makes them super safe. That you can store them in a drawer if you want to, and they're fun and cute. Okay, last one again. I think this is the last one, is this bacon tray. And you can cook your bacon and it doesn't have to stay in the grease. The grease drains off. I love the layering method where you can put the paper towels and put a second or first or second layer of bacon on there. I have cooked up to, I guess, 18 pieces of bacon at once, and they all cook evenly and fine. And it's easy cleanup because I don't always keep my bacon grease. Now some of you from the South would say, why don't you? Because I don't need that much bacon grease in my life. I do keep some of it on an occasion to be able to use with other dishes, but I don't want my bacon sitting in grease while I'm making it. It's just a better taste for me to not have all that grease, and this is definitely a hands down must for homes that love bacon, that want to cook a couple pieces or even more pieces. Okay, I'm going to go back to my very first item, and I'm going to highlight that item as my very top item for my life. This one right here, if you don't have it, friends, consider it, because it will be a game changer come cooking for you with skillet meals. And if you're doing, really it covers all kitchen skillet meals. A question I had asked earlier, I'm going to go through questions here in just a second. So if you have a question, throw it out there and I'll look. But what I love about this skillet is that you can, which I have not done before because I just learned on this live by reading the description here, because I use my cast iron in the oven, but you can also use this in your oven up to 350 degrees. So if you've made a dish and maybe you've needs a little bit of cooking left with all the ingredients together, maybe the cheese on top, you can put this in the oven up to 350. It says that it's safe, oven safe. Okay, as you have questions, let me know them. I'm scrolling back through. I'm gonna go check. Mel, thank you so much for following me. I really appreciate it. Thank you, Amy, appreciate that. Thank you so much, Bernie, for following, Amazon customer for following. Thank you so much for coming on live with me today and going through some of my top selling kitchen gadgets and some of my personal favorites. If you haven't already, make sure you follow Crazy Busy Mama here, right here on live Amazon. And you'll see me again at the end of the week, if not on Monday. Talk to you soon.